My lovely audience. So, this, as you can already tell by the title, is the first part to a glorious, glorious what if. What if Deku was the man bat? So, how this is gonna work is Deku, he's gonna be born with a certain disability. It's a type of deterioration within hearing. So over time, he's gonna lose hearing, and it's gonna be drastically. I'm gonna say that Deku, he was born quirkless. All right, so throughout Deku's life, he's always wanted to find a way to have a quirk. He's looking throughout his whole life. He never really was into All Might and all this. He was more obsessed with his desire to hear, to have a quirk and fight people, fight bad guys and stuff like that. And it was a childish dream, but still at the same time, you can't help but feel bad for the kid. All right, look, Deku, he wants to be a hero. He wants to be able to be something. He wants to fight crime. And here's the thing. Deku, when I would say Deku, he is advanced in science and stuff. He's heavily advanced in it, and he's pretty much he's got his own lab that he made. And I'm gonna say, seeing how Deku's Deku and how he made it, and how he pretty much made it pretty advanced, even for a homemade lab, it's equal to a regular lab actually. Now I would say Deku, he's gone through all kinds of things. He pretty much most mainly think he just wants to cure his hearing loss, his deterioration in hearing. So what he does is he makes a serum, the man bat serum in this case. And this serum, I'm gonna say, it has it's gonna be like a splicing kind of thing, where he's gonna splice his DNA to have very good hearing. Even when his deterioration in hearing is gone, he's just gonna have regular hearing. So that's what he's going for, and that's his motivation. So I'm gonna say that Deku, he has his motivations to get hearing and then become a hero. That's it. And I'm gonna say that with it as well, I would say that it's got a certain regeneration property that's from a type of lizard that it pretty much just, it's to regrow cells and stuff in case it breaks down, you know what I mean? So that's there as a stabilizer. So what ends up happening is when Deku takes this, he's fine. He's completely fine. And I would say he takes this around I would say he's around 10 years old when he takes this. No, not 10. I'd say 8. There's 8-year-olds who are incredibly smart. And I would say during this time period, yeah, quirks are big. So I'm betting there's a lot. So yeah, Deku, he takes the serum and instantly there's progress. He can hear. He is able to go without hearing aids because he had hearing aids. Let's be honest, that's what doctors give him. So he's got hearing aids that are pretty much useless now, and he just throws them away pretty much because he's I've done it. I've cured hearing loss. And he also thinks about it at that moment. He's I cured hearing loss. I just saved every deaf person from a nightmare of silence. And yeah, he just cured it. And instantly, he's just breaking down in tears, feeling so happy for himself. I would say around when it's the next day, Deku wakes up. And he wakes up to this. He wakes up to feel himself change. He's got claws, ears that are poking out, and he's not in his room. He's gone. He is in a cave. and he's just getting out of the transformation. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say he looks like this. I'm not gonna say he looks like that at all. I would say he wakes up, clothes are torn, in a cave, damp, wet, hearing the of the wind, the cool breeze hitting his skin. And when he gets up, he goes out and he sees himself in the woods, somewhere far, far away. Doesn't even know where. Somewhere. No, I wouldn't say the woods. I'd say he's near a storm drain. And this ain't no cave. It's a pipe. It's metallic, rusty. And Deku, he's weirded out by this. He instantly is wondering what's going on. So Deku grabs a dirty cloth, like a dirty blanket or whatever he could find, really whatever he could find, to cover himself. And I'm gonna say that he starts walking back home, and that's when he sees a crowd surrounding his home, and he sees his home. There's his street. He thought it was odd seeing cops around, but then he looks closer. He sees blood. Lots of it. A lot of blood. Just spewed out on the whole street. And, well, his building, his floor where he lives, his entire apartment, the whole wall is broken out of. The entire whole place is just destroyed, and he sees his bed up there. His mother is being wheeled away on a gurney, dead. He is now homeless. And all he thinks is, what happened? What happened? He runs as soon as he sees that. I'm going to say, though, that he starts living alone. Every night he wakes up in a different place, not knowing what's going on. Excuse me. He wakes up not knowing anything of what's going on, and he always finds himself in tattered clothing. So he gets used to it. He tries sealing himself in a room. He even goes to his lab, and I would say his lab's not in his home. I would say it's it's like mostly it's a bag, but he has this little special location he goes to, and I'd say he goes there, and I would say he puts himself in a room and videos himself, like what's he's doing, what's his reaction, and then he sees the transformation, and when that's like right when when he's done transforming and all that, he sees the transformation, he sees the thing he becomes, and he realizes he's something else, something different. And I'm going to say that Deku, he's realizing this. He's realizing he is a monster. He is a creature of some kind of, basically a bat. He's a gigantic man bat. Wink, wink. So, yeah, Deku, he's going through hell. He's realizing he killed his mother, he did all this terrible things, and then he hears in his head, "Good. I can see you realize we are one." He looks around, notices that there's no one there, and instantly he feels a chill down his spine as he looks in the reflection of a mirror, washing his face after washing his face, and he sees a bat, a hideous, hideous face with ears that look like that, and just every inch of hair is green. Well, not green, but brown, and just with a little bit of a green tint in the light. Deku is looking at himself. And if you're wondering why I'm whispering, I'm both tired and I'm trying to set a mood, so there's that. Hope it's working out well. So, yes. Deku, what he does is that's a good word. He starts seeing its mouth move and it says, "You ready to fight crime? To become one? I've been waiting in the darkness for you. I've been waiting for you." And Deku, he's terrified. He's witnessing himself become a monster, become something terrifying. And after that, Deku, he's in a mindset where he transforms. And when he transforms, there's something off, something very wrong. He transforms, and it's the night. And he's not in control. He can see what he's doing. He's not in control. And he flies straight up into the night, ascending into the night sky. So peaceful, so bright, so beautiful. And he ascends, wings, pretty much in the shape of this, actually. And he ascends, looking over the sky, and he hears something. He hears a I'd say a few radios dispatching, and I would say he hears gunshots fired, suspect on the run. And that's when Deku swoops down. He sees the criminal look around as he's thinking he's got away, and then Deku is all the criminal hears. And instantly, the villain, he turns around, he's looking around, he doesn't see anything. And then he turns around and sees Deku hanging there with a hideous face. "Hello there." And instantly grabs the villain with his wings and flies up to the sky and drops him, having him drop onto the car of the police car, and then flies off. Heroes, police, all terrified of what they're seeing. A type of bat thing in the sky, flying above them all. And then he goes in the sky. Deku looks up to the moon. And every hero and villain and cops and citizen sees this. Some snapping photos. They see a thing in the night sky. Pretty much on the moon, pretty much on the moon. And then Deku loses consciousness. And when he wakes up, he's in a abandoned building, and it's been, a year. He was in that transformation for a year, and now he's finally awake, and he's ready to see what's going on. He gets up, and what does he see? He sees the world has changed around him. He's taller, different, and he sees people talking about what has been going on, about a bat creature. Deku in a hoodie, clothes that he found in the house that were laid for him. He walks out wearing a type of bat hoodie. And that is when Deku hears talk. His senses are heightened. His strength is heightened. Every single thing has become one. And Deku, he hears in the back with his hoodie up, everything covering his face and everything, trying to stay low, because why would you cover his face? Well, because he's starting to become a bit one with the bat. One with the bat inside of him. His other persona. His new identity. People are looking at all the newspapers, all the pictures they've seen, and Deku picks it up. He picks up one on the side, and he sees a picture of a bat thing beating down on criminals. Another one of where the bat, or what are they calling him? Or, well, the bat creature is what they were calling him, is being sighted around the place and around the whole area. And they're saying that every villain in that area, no matter where you hide, it hears you. It hears you and it comes for you. It flies down with a terrifying teeth. Some are saying it's the new boogeyman. Some are just purely terrified of what they're hearing. Some people are joking. Villains, they're always gonna get what they get. Deku, he's walking by, head down, just nervous. This exposed feeling, like this feeling that just feels like he wants to do something, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do it. He is containing himself. It's not a rage, but a type of exciting, a thrill. And he feels cold. He feels just empty. And Deku, he disappears. He disappears on the streets into a crowd. That's the end of part 1 of What If Deku Was Man-Bat. I hope you enjoyed. Probably should have said headphones warning. You should probably get some. If you got this far and you're not wearing headphones, I'm impressed. Must be in one quiet place. So yeah, Deku as Man-Bat. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day and a good night, and peace out.